You mentioned don't get rattled a few times. And for entrepreneurs, they find this really challenging because for many of them, their business is their baby. It's like the closest thing to their child as there can be. And when the other side of the negotiation table says, yeah, we were going to pay X, but now we're going to pay X minus 20%. They take it as a personal attack. Like, you've just told me my child is ugly, and I'm not going to take that from you. Right. You promised me, you little fill in the blank. And they get emotional because it's their child.
Yeah.
How do you coach people to stay objective and avoid getting emotional in a negotiation?
That's a great question. There's kind of three parts to this. All right, so you're talking about stuff that's eminently predictable. So going into the process, imagine it's going to happen. You know, be Michael Jordan, be Tiger Woods, be the best athlete in whatever sport you happen to follow, be Tom Brady. How do these guys deal with it when it happens in the moment? They've thought about it in advance. And then instead of imagining themselves getting rattled, they imagine themselves staying cool. You know, you can run the movie in your head however you want. And however you run it in your head is how it's going to happen. And I heard this referred to a long time ago as visioning, something that great athletes, all the great athletes do. They envision the moment coming, but they don't envision themselves giving in to their amygdala. What they do is they envision themselves staying calm. They envision themselves staying curious. They envision themselves reacting calmly. So curiosity in its purest form is a superpower. Curiosity is cited in non-negotiation books as a superpower, as the verse says. Nassim Nicholas Taleb's book, Anti-Fragile, and he says he coined the term anti-fragile as things that gain from stress and trauma and disorder. He calls it post-traumatic stress growth. Instead of PTSD, it's PTSG. And he says curiosity is a superpower that helps you grow from trauma and disorder. Man's search for meaning. Curiosity is cited, and I wish I could tell you the author's name off the top of my head when I'll remember his name when we get off. But he was a guy that was in a concentration camp.
Viktor Frankl, wasn't it?
Yeah. He discovered that curiosity was a great survivor's skill. Like, it was so horrific to be there. As soon as he saw people step back and go like, I'm kind of curious as to what horrific thing's going to happen next. He saw those people survive psychologically even better. So you start finding curiosity and showing up in different aspects of the universe that it becomes a superpower. So imagine yourself staying curious. Now, and then practice it in your day-to-day interactions. You get interactions that set you off every day with your significant other, with your kids, with your colleagues, you know, with the guy at the dry cleaning store that asks you a stupid question. These are the small stakes practices to stay curious and to just be amused. You know, I had a friend of mine once told me his father said, don't let them anger you, let them amuse you. There's a certain amount of practice that goes on here. So the preparation and the practice staying curious in your other small stakes interactions. This is a predictable interaction. Imagine yourself reacting calmly in the moment. And then finally, when the moment comes, that's the time for the late night FM DJ voice. Now, I use that on myself when I get rattled in the middle of a negotiation, principally to calm the other side down. But me forcing myself to use that voice calms me down. And I use it as an override tool for my anger in the moment, even more so than the impact it's going to have on the other side. And it's going to have a great impact on the other side. So the secondary benefit is it calms things down. The primary benefit is it calms me down. And those are kind of the three stages to getting prepared for when the other side says, not only is your kid ugly, but your kid is stupid.
Visualize, be curious, and implement the late night FM DJ voice. I love it.
Yeah.